Good afternoon, everybody. I am Infinitenin, and I'm going to make another painting video today. Today is one of those days when you just need like comfort items. My mom crocheted this, and she sent it to me for my birthday last year, and it's really a beautiful doily. So I have that here, and I have some socks, like soccer socks that would have been I played soccer in high school, and this would have been my team colors, at least when I was in public school. For those of you that know me from that time period, there were a few a year that I went to private school. So, anyhow, I'm going to keep Alpaca here for a little bit, see how I feel. And I've got my trusty armbands on, as well as my handy-dandy toothpick. And yeah, it's just one of those, you just want to feel cozy. It's a little cool out here in Florida. I know for everyone else in the country it's going to sound ridiculous, but it's probably in the 60s, which is like super cold for me. So anyhow, I'm going to go ahead and get started with the painting. I had a genius moment and realized that the board wasn't high enough up off of the ottoman that I had it placed on. So now you can actually see what I'm doing, which is a really beautiful thing. Okay, so we're going to start with, my go-to, which is pistachio. And I would like to take a moment to meditate for a second or two about how to proceed with this painting. Just take a moment. hope everyone can hear me because I do have music on in the background, so I'm going to try to speak a little bit more volume up, minimal volume up. I was just thinking to myself earlier, the tank top that I'm wearing is courtesy of my friend Chloe from high school, and she gave this to me on my 22nd birthday, which was many moons ago, and I still have it. So I was thinking about how oftentimes people do like purges in their closets and whatnot, and I just don't seem to be one of those people that can get the closet purging down, although I'm not a hoarder, only really with clothing, and maybe books, but clothing. So I'm going to do a swipe, add a little bit more isopropyl. That's like pulling under here. And my armbands are on today because boy oh boy, for Florida, it is a chilly day in the 60s. I know that for everyone else out there in different parts of the country, that's just silly. But for me, after having lived here for almost 19 years, I grew up in Vermont, so I know the difference. I know how cold it can be, and it is really brutal up there. I am glad I'm not there. Family, I don't know how you do it. Creating a crosshatch here. I'm just going to see how it goes. Let that do its thing. I'm going to come in with some sailboat blue. I feel like being colorful today. So I'm also going to add my mixture of, I think it's wild plum and just straight isopropyl alcohol. So, see how that goes. thirsty. Let's set this over here. Okay. Alright, so next I would like to, I'm just gonna make this enjoyable, because I've been very just stressed out lately, and I don't know really what's going on, but it happens to everybody. Sometimes I really feel like a flow, and sometimes I don't really feel a flow, and this is just one of those, weeks or maybe just a couple of days when I'm not feeling a flow, but that doesn't mean that I can't still create a great painting, because sometimes when we feel out of control, or like circumstances are getting in the way of our happiness, it's important to remember that all of that is just a state of mind, and no matter what's happening on the outside, it's really up to the individual to recognize that however we want to perceive it in our mind is what reality is made up of. So I'm just going to go with I'm an amazing painter and make an awesome painting, instead of spinning my wheels about how I feel insecure, or I feel all of those negative self-talk, not good enough, and blah, 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 blah. I have some friends back in beautiful Sarasota and Vermont that refer to that little voice as the bullshit fairy. So I'm going with us, the bullshit fairy. Anyhow, this is actually not. See, here we go. It's taking shape. Everything is going well. I think we need some orange. That's really what I'm saying. I'm enjoying this music also. Everyone else is too. You know what? I'm going to do red. Red, red, red. It's like fall extravaganza. Welcome to autumn. Oh, that's interesting. This one is so interesting. The cranberry, like, it doesn't drip the way the rest of them do. I don't know what's up with that, but it's kind of cool. I like the effect that it has. Ah, yes. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Like, I'm just being way too critical. So this is a good example of how when you're being self-critical, like, you don't really get anywhere, and it's important to just, like, let loose. Again, we're back to let your hair down and just, like, it's a painting, and especially with this method. Oh, see, it looks nice from there. Like, really not giving myself enough credit, which is something that I'm trying to get better at. I do have some new paintbrushes here. These videos are getting really long. Let's see how this goes. Oh, I love it when the light does that. Okay. Yeah, let's do a swipe. Oh, these are really nice to swipe with. Yeah, 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 yeah. Do the swipe. Yeah, yep, yep. I like how I finally figured out that that board was just too low, that it wasn't. I kept changing the. There's like a pillow underneath my computer right now, so I'm like, why isn't this working? And I'm getting all frustrated, and you know, like, I'm really invested in making these videos. I'm having fun with it, but sometimes, and I'm sure anyone that is trying to, you know, launch a YouTube channel or just trying to make videos in general has had moments where they're just like, why isn't anything working? Like, the lights are not working. You know, it might just be like, you know, every month I have these feelings of aggravation and irritation. Um, that could be a thing. That it's just like the moon, maybe, as it were. It just felt like the mom in Arrested Development. Oh man, Arlene. Oh, it'll come to me. Buster's mom, Michael's mom. Oh, anyone that's seen Arrested Development, yay! And if you have not seen Arrested Development, watch Arrested Development. One of the funniest shows I've ever seen in my entire life, literally. So, okay, we're gonna go with. Here we go. Sunshine Yellow, because we all need a little bit of sunshine in our lives, don't we? And that, I'm gonna just pop that right in on here at the top. Oh, it's gonna be great. This is gonna be great. That was all sad. Now it's gonna be great. That's how life works too, folks. And for those of you out there who haven't heard the good news, sometimes when you feel bad, it's just a feeling. And it goes away when you change a muscle, move a muscle. Yeah, move a muscle and change a thought. So that's kind of what's happening. You're experiencing the actual filming of the concept. Move a muscle, change a thought. And by literally, physically moving my arm back and forth, having something tactile in my hand, which is, it's very grounding. When you're in your head a lot, it can feel scary and overwhelming, at least for me. And this is a great way to get out of your head and literally onto the page. There we go. That's really great. This is like a really good for people who enjoy lots of color, because if you don't enjoy lots of color, this is not the painting for you. But if you do, this might be the one. Let's see. A plethora of colors here. I'm going to throw some coral in. I'm just going to go wild. I'm just going to go buck wild on colors today. Listening to some lovely ambient music. I hope everyone's enjoying that. Makes me think of a documentary I was watching the other day, Back to the Octopus again. Octopus. And how there are little octopi at the bottom of the ocean that they act like hermit crabs, and they try to find shells to cover themselves up. And one octopi, little baby octopi, found unfortunately he found a plastic cup, and so he had like the bottom shell, and he popped himself right into the bottom shell, and he got the top of the like a solo cup, but you know, and he put it over the top of him, and he would not take another shell. He just wanted to keep his solo cup, just this plastic cup. It was so sad, until finally the videographers got him to accept the other shell, and he put it over the top of him. It was very adorable. It made me really happy about octopi. See, it's the little things, you know. Something like that can completely change your whole outlook. What else are we gonna want to do here? We're gonna want to do some. We're gonna do some latte. No. Yes. No. Yes. Yes. Yes to latte. Yes to latte. And I'm going to do a swipe down. Oh, I like these soft new paintbrushes. They're quite lovely. They feel great. I think sometimes too that these can be a great metaphor for like the headspace that I'm in. When I feel like there's a lot going on, it makes sense that there would be a lot of color in there and a lot of different textures. And the other day, I think it was the last video I made, we talked a little bit about trauma and how that, you know, we all know someone who has experienced trauma, and there we go. That art is a great way to deal with uncomfortable feelings and maybe even, you know, painful memories, because it provides you with something tangible, and it provides a sense of accomplishment. And you know, I am not a classically trained painter. I have zero training in art, at least in visual arts. I have zero training. I did study creative writing in college, and that is something that I did for a long time. Is I felt like I identified as a writer, but the painting did not start until recently. I may have mentioned that in previous videos, and I was a little bit like hesitant at first because I felt like I should know what I'm doing, and there really is not art. You know. I remember Mrs. Brown back in the day in junior high school. She had the best. Mrs. Crowley and Mrs. Brown. Mrs. Crowley had these rainbow smocks that she always wore, and she was a very like lovely human being, and she always said that you know, everything is art, and there are no rules in art. So this video is getting it's shocking how fast it goes. I just want to show everyone where we're at right now. This is where we're at right now. Just kidding. There we go. Yeah, there's definitely going to be changes made to this, and right now I'm going to pause and take a break and come back to it. So I hope everyone has enjoyed this so far. Please like and subscribe. Again, I am Infinitenin, and this is Infinitenin Painting, and I hope everyone's having a great Saturday. Okay, I will be back for part 2.